Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jesper and today we are going to talk about a sunscreen. Again, we are going to talk about a sunscreen from the company NIVEA. So it looks like this, and you might have seen it on the shelves in the grocery stores or in the pharmacies. And if we just quickly do a little unboxing, because some people like that, we just open it like that and we see that it looks like this on the inside. So this one here, as it says down here, it has a Q10 in it. So it is supposed to be very helpful for rejuvenating the skin or keeping the skin young and healthy. So, but we of course know that it depends on that. In theory, Q10 works like that, but it depends on how much is in the product. So anyway, this is anti-age and it is anti-pigment. So this is a special version for the face, because I guess that most people, when they are thinking about a sunscreen from NIVEA, they are thinking about something that is very perfumey and very like old-fashionedly smelling like a sunscreen, and it is very greasy. So this one here is meant for the face, so that is not supposed to be greasy, or that is what we must suppose. So what else can we see about it? It is an SPF of 50, and it is with a 4-star rating, so 4-star out of 5. So this one here is a really good one when it comes to UVA compared to the UVB. So another thing about it is that it is of course a chemical sunscreen, so it's not a physical one, so it should not give any sort of a wider cast. But yeah, should we have a look and see how it actually performs on the skin? So at the moment I just have my normal skincare on, so I am now ready to put on my moisturizer, or this one, sunscreen, because could you use it as a moisturizer on its own? Well, let's have a look and see how it performs on the skin, and we can talk about that when we have tried it on. So we just take what is kind of like half a teaspoon, and that would be kind of like this. So rather too much than too little, but now this one is an SPF of 50, so don't take a lot more than what is necessary, because that will affect the way that you look. And does it have a sort of a color? No, it doesn't have a color as such, but it does have a little bit of an orangey greenish sort of hue. It's not a tint, it's kind of like a hue, and that is because of some of the sunscreen filters that are in. So yeah, if we just put it on this side here, we will see how it looks. So I will obviously just take half of what I have here, because as it would be way too much and it would not be fair. So we just take half of this stuff and then we put it around here, and it does have a perfume in it, and I would say it's not the usual sort of NIVEA sort of perfume. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It's kind of like difficult. It's not, when I smell it, it's just like it's not what I normally would say like a NIVEA sort of smell, but it's kind of like a flowery sort of this smell that your grandmother might like to use, and that is maybe because she is always using a NIVEA cream, because grandmas, they like NIVEA, don't they? Well, some do. Yeah. So now we put it on like this. So we just put it on half of the face, and my moisturizer has had a long time to sink in. And if you have just put your moisturizer on, then maybe wait a little bit before you put the sunscreen on, because then the sunscreen will sort of like sink in better. So we do like this. And what about the eyes? Because there is something about this product. And just take the other half off so we don't get too much on. There is something about the eyes with this product here, because it says down here it is moisturized and smooth skin feeling, but it also says it's an immediate protection, but it also says somewhere on the package that it is something that is using an anti-eye sting technology. So this is supposed to not annoy your eyes. So another product that we have spoken about before, another brand we have spoken about before, is La Roche-Posay, and they have, for example, this one here, and they use some sort of an anti-eye sting technology as well. So is there a difference? Well, I will say that when I used it the first day, I did as I normally do, because I use an anti-eye sting technology sunscreen normally. So I just dabbed it on my eyelids like that, just like I would normally do. I didn't smear it around or anything like that, just to have that little bit of stuff on the eyelids. But we always, of course, know that we need to wear sunglasses when we are out in strong sunlight, or if we are just out and about in general. But I don't always do that. So I put a little bit on my eyelids. But this one here is supposed to be good for around the eyes, and it's not supposed to sting the eyes. And I will say, there are sunscreens that kind of like very quickly starts to annoy your eyes, and then there are sunscreens but it takes a little bit longer, and then there are sunscreens that does not annoy your eyes, or at least a product like this one here from La Roche-Posay or the Shaka Fluid, they also have it does not or they do not annoy my eyes. And I would say I've used it for a long time and they don't annoy my eyes. But when I use a product like this here, or just see the tube like this one here, then I will say that after maybe an hour and a half, it started to annoy my eyes. So I used it the whole day yesterday, and I used it most of the day today. And I will say that at some point I just felt kind of like you get the feeling that are your eyes just tired, or would your eyes normally be tired at that time when you are starting to think about your eyes are tired? It was kind of like in the evening time, like around 6 or 7 o'clock. So I shouldn't be that tired. So when I came home, I took the stuff off, and my eyes, after a little while, they started to be normal again. So they were not annoying my eyes, and they were normal the whole night, and they were normal the whole morning afterwards. But then I put on this sunscreen here again, and after a little while I had the same feeling again, that my eyes started to burn around the perimeter of, or on the wet line or something like that, and it kind of like had this sort of stinging, burning sensation. So I took it off again, and now I'm just putting it on again, and obviously I cannot feel it now because it will take a little bit longer. So what could the difference be between a product like this one here and a product like this one here, which looks like this, and you can see I have used some of it. The difference, I will say, is that particularly if you take the one that is called a Shaka Fluid, because this one here is a little bit more something you can use without a moisturizer underneath. But still, I would say that the difference between this one and this one here is that this one stays put longer on the skin. It doesn't migrate, where I would say this one here kind of like starts to migrate, and that is the reason I think it starts to move into your eyes, where something like this, as I said, it just stays put much better. So what could it be that is annoying our eyes? Well, there is something called avobenzone, and that is a UVA filter that is often used. It is used in this one here, and it is also used in this one here. But that is also known to be something that is annoying to the eyes. So the difference, I think, is both the formula of this product here, where it stays put, it doesn't migrate as much as this one here. So that could be one of the differences. But another difference is that there is a lot more avobenzone in this product here than there is in this product here, and that obviously makes a difference. So what else are there of sun filters in this one here? Well, this one here you cannot get in America because it has these new generation sun filters, so the Tinosorb S, and that is the same that is in this one here. But there is also something called Homo Salad in this one here, and that is an old-fashioned sunscreen. So the thing is, there is a lot more avobenzone in this one here than in the other one, so that could be one of the differences that makes this product here sting your eye and the other one doesn't. So when you're looking at these new generation sun filters, and you might see that they are in a product, and then you think, oh, that's all good, but it obviously depends on how much is there in the product, because two products could have the same ingredients list, but it doesn't mean that there are the same amount of the various ingredients in the product. So this one here from NIVEA, that is a lot cheaper than the one here from La Roche-Posay. And in general, I would say that NIVEA, they are known for making a relatively cheaper sunscreens, and La Roche-Posay, they are maybe a little bit more expensive, but they are not like super over the top expensive. So I thought maybe this one here would be a good alternative to something like this from La Roche-Posay. But I think that this one here, it migrates too much, and it annoyed my eyes all the times that I have tried it on. So that is not something I will use. So another thing is that maybe you can see, maybe it's a bit difficult in this light here, but I have it on this side here and I don't have it on that side there. So maybe you can see that I'm a bit more shiny on this side here than on the other side. When I put this one on this morning here, I'll just say that I tried this one in the evening yesterday also, just in order to try it out and see how it performed on the skin. But when I saw this one here on my skin in the bright morning light, it was my face was shining to kind of like high heaven. So I would say that really looks like you have been putting a sunscreen on, and I think that is not the sort of look you would like. Maybe when if you are on the beach, it's a different matter, but on a daily basis, I would say that putting this stuff on, it will make your face kind of like too shiny. So what else is there to say about this product? Well, they say, as I said in the beginning, there are a Q10 in this product here, but now we have spoken about a Q10 before, and there are two versions of a Q10. So kind of like normally there is a more artificial form as well. We will not talk about that one today, because we are talking about a Q10 as how it is normally when you are having it in your body. And then there will be something called the ubiquinone, which is not the reduced form. And then there is a reduced form, which is called ubiquinol. And ubiquinol, that is the one that is active in the body. So in this product here, there is something, there is the version that is a ubiquinone. So when you put that on your skin, it will not work as an antioxidant straight away. It has to be reduced into the form that is called ubiquinol, and that is something the body can do itself, but it needs to be taken up by the body in order for that to happen. So Q10 might be helpful on the skin as such, but the thing they have put in here is not the active form. And why is it not the active form? There could be various reasons for that. It might be that it's not stable, it could be all sorts of things, but it could also be that because the reduced form is much more expensive, and therefore that might be something that would elevate the price here on a product like this to be something very expensive. So yes, is this something I would use another time? No, it is not. I'm afraid it is not as good as something like this. And when we are talking about this one here, that is the one that is ultra. So this is very sort of like greasy. If you have greasy skin, you would not use this one because it's too greasy. But they have another version which I will try out once I have used this one up, and that is supposed to be not that greasy. So yes, if you would like to see a verdict on that product, then tune in and see some of my other videos, some of my upcoming videos on issues like this. So yeah, if you'd like to see more, please subscribe, hit the bell, and do all the things you must do in order to be notified when I upload more of this sort of videos. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.